Amtrak just announced a $7.3 billion investment in a new fleet of modern trains. The news comes as summer travel is increasing, especially on the weekends. Joining us this morning to talk about it is Kimberly Woods, Amtrak's Public Relations Manager. Good morning, Kimberly. Thank you for starting your day with us. I, for one, cannot wait to see these new trains, new Wi-Fi or the new features and whatnot. But what can customers expect to see when they're all aboard?
Good morning, and thank you for having me. So when we replace our current fleet of equipment, we will have the ability to shorten trip time and add additional services around the country. And of course, customers will continue to experience a comfortable, smooth ride and a lot of additional features like a more modern food experience on the train, as well as Wi-Fi, which will give customers the ability to stay connected on their trip. And there will be a lot of safety features that will be available. So this investment is a huge project for Amtrak. We are contracting with the California-based Siemens Mobility for this new fleet of equipment. And it's important to note that the new equipment will replace an aging 40 to 50-year-old fleet of equipment with state-of-the-art and American-made trains.
All right.
Yeah, I took Amtrak a lot, going from Philly to DC, Georgetown, probably 6, 7, 8 times a year. So, I mean, I love Amtrak. It was a peaceful ride. But summer travel is on the rise. How is business today? Because we know about the planes compared to pre-pandemic levels.
So yes, we are in the midst of the summer travel season, and ridership has increased significantly at the start of the summer travel season in May. We do a comparison with pre-pandemic ridership levels, and we're about at 55% with ridership. You know, with more people traveling, more people getting vaccinated and becoming more comfortable, we're seeing a sharp increase in ridership. We're seeing more people in our stations, like in DC and in New York and in other spots around the country. And so it's just nice to see more and more people traveling with us this summer.
Yeah, well, the pandemic still isn't over, and people still have, bits of concerns when it comes to coronavirus, even though, like you mentioned, more people are being vaccinated. So with these new trains, are there new features that's addressing some of those concerns? We know that you still have to wear a mask, I believe, it's been mandated on trains and buses and, of course, planes. But what about new features to kind of help customers feel comfortable with their ride experience?
And so customers will continue to take advantage of the contact-free amenities. A lot of the ability to search for a train, to purchase a ticket, to modify reservations can all be done on a mobile app. Customers right now still have to wear a mask in our stations and on the trains. And customers can also check the capacity level of the train so they can see how full the train is, and they can make a decision on traveling based on their comfort levels.
Yeah, and I know, the trains are everywhere, but have you studied it, and do you know what part of the country there's the biggest increase in travelers? Is that the Northeast Corridor?
Mm-hmm. The Northeast Corridor is a busy area for travel. So the Northeast Corridor is between Washington, D.C. and Boston, and we do see a high increase of travelers. We also see a lot of travelers throughout our national network, whether they're traveling from New York to New Orleans with stops in Atlanta and Birmingham. We also have a high number of travelers in California and in the Midwest, like in the Chicago, Milwaukee area. And of course, there's lots of options for people to travel to Florida. And so we are seeing an increase in bookings. We are seeing an increase in the number of people traveling throughout our national network this summer.
Yeah, I'm with Sharon. I enjoy riding the train. The few times that I've had an opportunity to ride the train, it's a good way to be able to see the country without being in traffic, and obviously avoid some of those issues that you have when you're flying on a plane. Right now, the plane industry has a lot of issues, especially a lot of in-air incidents. Are you seeing any kind of increase when it comes to the train incidents there? I mean, we know the airplane industry has their issues right now, but what about the trains when it comes to customers and not just being safe, but also being kind to one another?
We are not seeing any incidents on our trains. We do have a lot of customer service reps in the stations and on the trains to help customers when they arrive, to help them check in, to check baggages, to give them information and to direct them on the train, as well as give them information on the train so they can have a comfortable, smooth, and safe experience while they're traveling. And so it's been a comfortable, quiet, and safe environment for our passengers.
All right, Kimberly. Well, we're out of time, but I do have to follow up. Are they selling cocktails on the train? Because that was a problem in the air. They had to put a halt to it. So I don't know if there's still are there cocktails on Amtrak.
Well, customers have the ability to purchase food and beverages on the train, and it does include alcoholic beverages.
So they still got the food cart. They still got the whole car where you can actually go and you still got that?
We have the cafe car. We also have the dining car for those who are traveling long distance and overnight.
Okay, yeah, that's
I'd
important.
be in that
right there.
even if I was just going
sleeper
up the street.
beds,
Right?
all that stuff.
All that. I want all of that.
Yes, we do have sleeper. We have private rooms that are available, and that's also an option for people
private
who
rooms?
just like more comfort and privacy to travel in a private room. And private rooms are available on some of our overnight trains between DC and Boston, as well as trains for our national network if you're traveling more than 1 or 2 days. So think about a private room.
I love it. You just reminded me.
See,
you just reminded me. My daughter
Sharon
hasn't experienced a train, so yeah, I'm gonna do this for my daughter. Kimberly Wood, Amtrak's public relations manager. We appreciate you. No, well, next time. She'll go next time. Thanks for starting your day with us, Kimberly. We appreciate you. We're right back.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. My daughter deserves this. Yes. Bye-bye.
A rail experience.